Why is another unarmed young man, I don't care what color he is, because we do ourselves a disservice if we don't just look at this as a humane issue.
Yeah, Rolanda is exactly right. But when the victim of the police shooting is white, it seems like it just gets a yawn from everybody. I hear all the time that media is being scrutinized for inflaming these topics, but we're bringing out what looks to me like a pretty outrageous case. This is the case of Zachary Hammond, an unarmed white teenager shot and killed by police during a marijuana sting, if there is such a thing. And I'm trying to generate conversation. We get kind of a yawn out of it. Is it the media or is it us? I'm back with Sam, Ariva, Mike, Omarosa, Ryan, and John. And where are all the All Lives Matter supporters when Zachary died? Ariva, where were they?
I can tell you where the Black Lives Matter people were. We were all over this. Black Lives Matter is why this matter has even gotten the media attention that it's gotten.
Yeah,
they spoke up immediately on this issue, so they deserve a lot of credit.
I totally agree. Yes, sir.
Hi. I spoke with my brother, who's a police officer back in Ohio. A few months ago, he told me that he was considering quitting the police force.
Wow.
He felt like his life wasn't going in the right direction up under the guidance of the police system.
Is this because of the experience he's having as a police officer, or is this because of the public sort of scrutiny that's happening?
It's being a police officer. I felt like I picked up on the training. It's what they want him to do. He can't morally go forth with it.
Is there a specific he gave you?
To me, it's brutality and violence, like in a violent manner.
Too aggressive.
Yeah, too aggressive.
You didn't like the aggression.
Yes.
Omarosa.
You know, I'm very sensitive to this issue because of my brother's murder, and I think when
tell people about all this.
Yeah, you know, my brother was killed a couple years ago, and since then I've been an advocate on the Hill for victims of a violent crime. And I think what happens in cases like this is that there's not the organization and the mobilization to raise a case like this to a higher profile. And it's not that we don't value the lives of young people that die, but you have to know how to utilize the press, the media, and the momentum of the situation in order to bring it to the forefront. And it's just so sad what happened to this young man.
And I think the narrative, we have to look at what has been happening over the year, Dr. Drew. We've been focused for the last 12 to 18 months on African-American men who not only have been killed more often by police officers, but who suffer such disparities in the criminal justice system. So that's the narrative in which we find Zachary Hammond being shot. It's not as if his life isn't important, but it's the issues that the DOJ talked about when they went into Ferguson, when they went into Philadelphia, when they went into Cleveland, when they went into all those cities that said there is some implicit bias against African Americans, and that has to be addressed. Doesn't make this young man's life any less important, but there's a big issue with race in our criminal justice system.